Well, we got chickens here, but they're starting to stress us out. So
They may not last long.
I think we need to put them back. My client booked them. Get ready with.
Oh my god, you guys do a pack my bag.
So we got a few new additions actually, because my chicken lady who gave me the eggs, she ran out of power, so the chickens were gonna die. So obviously I went to pick them up and save them all. Thank God.
Obviously, Mother Teresa over here.
He just did a shit.
Is it a shit?
I think
Not
so. As long as it's not you.
He is. He's so cute.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been able to eat chicken since.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I'm struggling. All I've been eating is tuna.
They're really cute, but I don't think that this affects my love of chicken. I don't think I would eat chicken in front of them. Maybe that'll be the compromise. Like,
apparently you can feed them eggs. And I was like, that's weird. But then I guess they would eat, they eat the yolk when they're first hatched.
oh, he's so cute.
So I was thinking we should start off with our, what was it called?
Gone.
Mile High Club story. It was over Vegas. So yeah, they basically take you up on a plane. Oh, well, they pick you up in a limo.
Yeah, but the limo ride is like 2 seconds.
Like you go to the airport and you're out and the plane's there. The limo picks you up and takes you for 10 seconds to the plane.
Yeah, but it's maybe 50 feet.
Really bizarre because when you think about it, because that thing's mainly for romantic couples. We wanted to dress up in little flight attendant outfits. Did we find those we were in LA where we found them, hey?
Yeah, we were, but it was so hot and we were walking around from shop to shop trying to find
this good outfit. There was just nothing.
Because we wanted it to be realistic, but also sexy because obviously of what we're filming. We don't want it to be too conservative looking or normal looking.
But we wanted it to look semi-real.
Yeah, but I don't really think we found any. We just kind of ended up getting something.
Yeah. We get the outfits. We had to buy heels because we didn't bring heels to.
Oh yeah, we didn't bring a single pair of heels.
So yeah, we're going from LA to Vegas. It just picked up our costumes, ready for this Mile High Club video. And then we arrive at the Las Vegas airport. McBuy, because we're filming a threesome scene. So there's me, Eden, and this guy takes us up on the airport.
It's very nice of him, by the way. That's really sweet.
He was up in the airport. Yeah. Back to his house.
Yeah, cute.
Oh my gosh. He rocks us in this what would you say it is souped up.
It was it a Mustang? Camaro, something like that?
Some hectic car.
Yeah. Listen, we don't know anything about cars. It was a nice car. But we go back to his house. Do you remember that board of the rules he had at his house? That was so funny. I don't remember any of the rules though, but there were 10 rules of the house. It was very frat house-esque. We got there, we did a bit of social media stuff, kind of relaxed. It was very hot in Vegas that day, incredibly hot. So we were we didn't do too much, hey. And then
outside for 5 seconds and we're no, this is.
Yeah. And then we headed off.
And so do we get changed at the house? I feel we got ready there, hey.
I think.
Well, we were already pretty much ready because we'd just done reels.
Yeah, no, you're right. We did because then we drove in the car because I remember sitting in the seat and my ass was sweaty on the leather seat. It's peak summer and
how hot was it?
It was 47 degrees Celsius that day. I looked it up because obviously America's in Fahrenheit, so I didn't know what that meant. But I looked it up after and I was it was disgustingly hot. We get there, our makeup is just rank. It's disgusting.
So we pull out, we're in the limo, have our little drinks. And the guy's super nice. He's oh, do you want me to get some real, film you guys?
They were really good.
Us. And then we hop in the plane.
It's so small.
It's the size of, the space that we have is probably
it was less than
this bed.
It's probably less than, yeah.
More narrow anyway.
Yeah.
So there were 2 seats. So we were sitting in the back and he had to sit in the front with the pilot. So basically you tape off and then once you're at a certain height, then you can come to the back and the pilot puts a
privacy thing.
Might have a camera in there. knows, but he puts like a privacy thing up and you're allowed to do whatever you want.
But I mean, we should also, pardon me, preface by saying the pilot was like, listen, it's really hot today. I think that like you're potentially going to feel sick up there. So he's like, if you want to actually film the scene, get a good scene down here on the ground, and then we can go up and you can get some footage of the flying just a little bit. So it's all good. And we were like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, we're going to do it has to be in the air. Actually, we want to do the real thing. We're professionals, don't worry about it. And you know what? He was right. He was so right.
As soon as that plane started moving.
Because you were sitting backwards as well. That never helps. This person, she gets motion sickness in the car.
Oh, literally.
When it's not hot.
I cannot be like in Uber. Like anytime I take an Uber, I get motion sickness.
Yeah.
I always have to drive. So I was a little bit concerned.
Look, not that we took any precautions. We didn't get you anything. Like if you did feel sick, we didn't bring any water. We brought nothing at all to help the situation, knowing that she's probably going to feel sick. But we like get up in the air and we're like, it's hot as in here. They had like the tiniest little fan to try and help. It was so hot.
Those little desk fans. It was just like one in the corner. And it was blowing like humid heat.
Like,
so like I can't like I don't even like how hot would have been on the plane, because it wouldn't have been 47. It would have been like,
well, I'll paint the picture for you. They had the foresight, very nice of them, to give us three small bottles of water in a little container, and that container had some ice in it at some point. By the time we took off, it was just submerged in hot water.
it's like the drinks were hot.
They were hot, dude.
So we're taking off in the plane, we're sitting backwards, and I'm immediately like, I'm not gonna be able to. My face is just literally ghost white.
She put her head back and she had her eyes closed and she just wasn't moving. I was like, oh, here we go.
So we start the scene.
Yeah, honestly, true professional. What a trooper.
So
because you'd never know.
Yeah. That probably within the first few minutes, I have to take a break.
Yes. So we do it. And like, mind you too, this is a tiny plane. So we're on top. The plane's going up and down. We're just trying not to like break his penis off at this point, because that's dangerous. Yeah.
A normal plane that you go on, it was like real like rickety and like.
So like it throws you up in the air and you're like coming down.
Any movement, you're like jumping up.
Well, it's like extreme threesome.
Yep.
And like even like could impale yourself on that. Anyway.
One small move is like.
Well, that happened to be occupational hazard. She takes a break. She's like, listen, you take over. So I'm like, okay, I take over, right? So basically what happens is he's like sitting down. I'm like, on top, whatever. And he's filming this way. So if you look in the background behind my head, you could actually see Kayla bent over just puking.
Puking my ring out. Literally. There was just nothing coming out at this point. It was like the tiny little bit of waters I had. I was just like throwing it all up. And we kept it in the video.
So I remember editing that video and being like, look, you can actually see it. And like, by this point, like, Kayla kind of gets back on the action.
I get in the action. I'm like,
which is like,
thrown up. I feel so good now. Let me back in.
But see, she still looks like she's thrown up. She's pale as a ghost. Yeah. So we kind of get through the scene. And I remember there was one point where he has you bent over one of the seats there. And like, I'm filming you guys. And Kayla's face, she's just white as a ghost, just taking it.
I'm like, don't film the face because that's it.
Well, I actually did. And then I was like, oh no.
I think this is after I'd thrown up. We were all so dehydrated. Literally our tongues were like sandpaper. Like,
this is the best part, is like we finish or whatever and we do the end of the scene because he can't finish like normally. So we're like laying underneath him and he's trying to like finish. And he called it prison lube because he had to use the water to like try and finish. And both of us were just like pale as a ghost underneath him. Like,
I remember he was like trying to come.
I can't believe he finished.
I can't believe it. What a professional.
I was so impressed. But like literally as soon as that happened, we like tapped the pile. We were like, get the out of here.
That whole thing took us out for days.
It was certainly an experience. Would we do it again? No, we would not.
I just remember like passing out on his couch, like.
And that was the last that we seen of him because he did want to work with us again because we were still in Vegas. We were like, I think we're good because we feel so sick. Oh, did you get some questions from your adoring fans?
Because you did a bit of like topless waitress there.
Oh, yes. Go on.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because like I've never done topless waitress. Really. So like, did you enjoy it or like what's the vibe?
Well, listen, it wasn't really my vibe. Like, I think I'm not really cut out for it. I'm not really the type because the baseline of why you would even get a topless waitress is because they like amp up the party and they like want to party and get up and like I'm too much of a stick in the mud and I was like, it's not safe to get fucked up amongst a group of men that I don't know.
And like sometimes like things will go into call outs with like just like 10 guys or just like one girl.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy to me.
And they're like doing extracurriculars from these people that you don't know. And then they're like getting wasted. And like, that's just not me anyway. Like I don't drink or like get f***ed up like ever unless it's a really good reason. So I'm certainly not going to do it amongst a group of blokes that I don't know. I mean, I still have fun and stuff. Like it was good, but it was very much just a money-making thing for me, like, you know, and sometimes it could be fun. Like there were some fun groups of guys, you know, you kind of just walking around chatting essentially.
And it's like, I guess it's sort of, you know, sort of more casual than obviously like escorting and things like that.
Yeah, much more socially acceptable, I think. Version of doing that sort of thing.
Bit of like a cash grab, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. And like you can make extra money. Some guys will want you to do like lap dances or something if you do that.
So you got to sort of have that like hustle mentality as well, if you want to make some extra money doing it.
Yeah, you do. But honestly, it really depends on the group. Like you'll know straight away if they're like, no, we're only going to pay you like the base for you to be here. Also, like it's hard because I did it sort of year round for a little while. And then I quickly realized that men don't give a if you're topless and or naked in the freezing winter outside. I walked off a job once. I called the place and I was like, absolutely not, because it was like in the hinterland and I'm with another girl. We get to this job. It was not a nice day. It was very windy. And they had like this cabin up in the hinterland. It's freaking freezing, dude. Like it's so cold. It's so windy. And they were like, all of them were rugged up. And they hats, gloves. They were standing around a fire like this. And they're like, okay, like whenever you're ready, just like get naked. And I was like,
go inside.
I was like, are you kidding me right now? So I was like, absolutely not. Like,
because I guess like they would probably expect you to just like drink and, you know, and get like a, you know,
and I'm like,
and you'll be fine.
And I'm like, well, you guys are drinking and you're still rugged up. Yeah, so
seriously.
Yeah. So there's positives and negatives to it.
Oh, I was going to ask you what your thoughts are on sex robots.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember reading a thing about these robots before, and that was something that they were saying is like they think that it's going to increase violence towards women because they're going to get used to being able to kind of disrespect you know, this robot in whatever way they feel. And that probably will bleed into, you know, regular life somehow. It would have to if, you know. So I'm not quite sure. I suppose it could be like scratching an itch sort of thing so they don't do it to anyone. But then I don't know. Like,
it's funny how all the robots that you see being made are like female. Where are the male ones? There's no male ones.
Yeah.
Like you see the like female like AI ones. They got like the big titties and stuff. You're like, yeah, this is a man. The man made this.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that women would really use them.
No. You know, AI is so new, but it's like moving so rapidly.
It is.
It seems to have just like changed the course.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to like human connection in all of that too, because that's another thing is that if you're sleeping with a robot, you don't have to go out on dates and you don't have to, because that's realistically speaking, that is a big motivation for dating for a lot of people is to have sex. So if you're satiated in that area, why would you ever leave your house? So I kind of fear for people because they're saying everyone's already lonely.
Oh, yeah.
And like this, I don't think that sex robots is going to help that.
No. I think we're definitely getting more distant as a society. Have you found any issues with dating, like being a sex worker?
No.
No.
Honestly, none. Like when I became single, because I was with my partner and then we started the OF together and then I became single during, like I thought, I was like, oh, here we go. Like this is going to be a nightmare if I ever want to find a partner because I've done sex work or whatever. Nobody cares.
No.
Like honestly, the most common response that I've gotten from guys is if I was a chick, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what most of them say.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would go to like, it's all fun and games, but then if you started dating a guy, do you think they would be like, look, I want you to, I mean, if you started dating a guy, would you stop?
Oh yeah. 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 Like I'm not attached to it like that. Yeah. Well, I'm not really like, I don't believe in open relationships. No offense to anyone who does. I'm not like fully traditional or like monogamous or whatever, but the whole like dating a bunch of people at the same time, I just don't, it's not my vibe. If it's your vibe, you do you, boo. Like I support you.
What about ex-compliance? What gives you the ick?
Pushing your boundaries and trying to do things that you don't want to do, and they're like, oh come on babe, like I know you're into this too, and I'm like actually we had all of these discussions prior and I told you explicitly that wouldn't be happening. What else would there be? I think honestly, like aside from bargaining the price, the second one would have to be guys that are just like they want to stay late. They want to be like mates with you. They want to talk to you, whatever, because they assume that I'm friends with them and I actually like them because we've slept together. And I'm like, listen, some clients are cool. They honestly are. Like I have a really good time with some clients. Like we have some good chats and some good dinners and stuff. And I mean, those clients that I do have a pretty good rapport with are always the ones who respect that it's a service. Like it's never the ones who are like delusional and being like, oh, we're just, I'm like, no, it's okay for us to call this transactional. And then also, you know what I mean? Like it's okay to call it what it is. And we don't have to like pretend or be weird about it, but there does need to be that boundary in place.
Absolutely.
I
was going to ask skincare. What's your skincare? I think we can agree on we have both like tried everything in skincare.
Yes.
And we've come to the realization that everything that is really expensive probably isn't doing much to your skin. Because we've had the expensive stuff and we've had the cheap stuff. My skin's exactly the same.
Well, I think we were talking about this in the group chat the other day, actually, because we went through a period where we were buying this like really expensive skincare because we were like, listen, we're on our skincare journey.
We're going to get so
like, yeah, I'm going to be snatched. Like, it's going to be amazing. And I was like religiously getting like my Botox done, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff. And at that point too, I was even getting a facial a month.
I remember I was getting that too.
Yeah.
Like microblading or whatever.
Yeah. That's some microblading for your eyebrows, but okay. Microdermabrasion is what you were getting at.
I was getting like RF frequency.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fancy. Point is, we were doing all the things that they say that you need to be doing. And look, my skin was pretty good. I was still getting like hormonal breakouts at that time of the month and stuff. And honestly, like I still kind of noticed like the dullness and the texture thing anyway. I wasn't like, oh my God, my skin is glowing. It was clear, but that's probably about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got sick and tired of like just, you know, whatever. So I was like, listen, I'm not doing that anymore. Now I freaking use that CeraVe stuff like that you get for like $10 at the chemist, and I use like just a no-name moisturizer and no-name sunscreen, and you know what, my skin's exactly the same.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly the same. I don't get any facials anymore. I haven't had like Botox in like a freaking year or something. I would love to sit here and be like, these things work, and like I wish that I had had a response that I loved to some of those products,
I wish it was
because
something that was a game changer for your skin.
I wish it was, but it just really wasn't. Like the peels, and I had like needling and stuff too.
Peels and like the hectic like serums and all this like vitamin C and then like retinol and this and that,
Yeah.
this and that.
Well, and we did that for at least 6 months. So it's not like we did it for like a month and then we're like, oh, this doesn't work. I think it was probably closer to a year that I definitely used those products and did that, and just didn't really notice much of anything. I think it's what they say though. You need to get like the intense treatments are the only things that like make a difference, is like the laser resurfacing.
And they need to like, you know, reduce your fat and stuff on your face, and you like don't want that because that's gonna age you. I don't know.
I think it depends on the laser, but I mean, we probably shouldn't comment on this because we don't know what the we're talking about.
You read about the sand and the sperm or whatever, and then you read that like, oh, people say it's amazing, and then some people say like it might work, it might not work. It's like, I want to know. Yes, it's gonna work.
Well,
And
that's
it make your skin softer or whatever. Like, you just don't know.
I just don't know. Half of me thinks like now that I'm this age that it must just be like genetic or something, because like I've never gotten completely perfect textured skin no matter what I've done, and like our mates have porcelain
Skin.
I mean,
Beautiful.
she's had like
It's on
the
floor, honestly.
nothing, like without nothing.
Incredible.
Do you hear me? I don't know. It's incredible. You could stare into it.
Like, I really liked when I got HIFU.
That was good. Yeah.
I felt like it just snatched me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had it done for a long time. I'd like to do it done again.
And do you have to keep doing that?
No,
Oh, you don't?
You can only get it done like once a year.
Oh, all right.
Like, or maybe, don't quote me on that. Or it's like once every 6 months.
Disclaimer, don't take any of our advice on cars or skincare.
What's your love language? It's cute.
Oh, that is cute. Physical touch. And probably quality time for me, I think. Yeah. That's about it for me. I'm a pretty simple gal. Yeah. What about you?
Quality time for sure.
Yeah.
And I think gift giving. I love giving.
Oh, that's cute. I feel weird when I get like physical presents. If someone gives me a experience present, I don't mind that.
I wonder why. Like, are we...
We're damaged.
We're damaged so much that we just feel like we don't deserve presents. Is that it?
I don't know.
Did you ever get in trouble in high school or suspended? What did I learn? I think I definitely remember like sneaking out of school to see boys once.
Oh, to see
I
boys.
think we went in the principal's office or something.
Oh, that's very naughty of you.
Terrible.
I not really. I don't think I wasn't really that naughty in school. I did like not go to school for like most of my grade 12 year.
You just like, I'm down.
Pretty much. I mean, but like nobody really cared. I was like from a small town and I just sort of got away with it.
I think in my town, it was like, you know, not many people like went to uni and stuff. It was very much like you go to school and then you get a job. If you're working, great. And there wasn't like the push to like go to uni and stuff.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, my town was much the same. Like nobody ever really leaves, you know, like most of the ones that I know are there with kids and a husband now. Like,
Do you imagine if that was you? Sliding doors moment and you're going back to your hometown and...
oh,
I don't know. Like, 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 I don't know. Like,
It just wasn't for me. I think I knew from a young age it just wasn't home for me. Yeah, not it.
Which one craft skill or hobby that you've always wanted to learn?
Oh,
That's cute. I loved it when we did the pottery class.
it was actually really funny because like it was lucky because we actually ended up being the only 3 people in the class, so it was like a private class. But like this lady is probably like, what the man, was just 3 blonde chicks with like a tits out go in there with like these long ass nails.
But we had like planned to go out for like dinner and drinks or something after, so we were like dressed up, and then going into this pottery. Like, what the hell? Oh, this is cute. What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh, that is cute.
I feel like I guess for me it would probably be just not to like worry so much, or like, worry about what other people think, and then worry about boys and. I feel like that then, like, my top priority was a relationship, or like thinking about another person. It was like, wow, if I use that time just to focus on myself,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was just constantly in relationships.
Yeah.
And then I just like, when you get older, like you sort of like see the light and you're like, oh, like, you don't really grow up because you're always sort of connected to this other person.
Yeah, no, that's so true. That's what I was gonna say too, is I would say to just basically forget about boys until you're like 28. Because like the reality is the likelihood of that relationship like eventuating and being healthy and whatever that ends in marriage is probably pretty low. Like not I'm a romantic, don't worry. I believe in relationships. But when you're both that young, like it's probably time better spent just building yourself up until you're mature enough and you know yourself so you can actually date properly. Like, I don't know. I was an idiot when I was in my early 20s.
Me too.
Like,
God, if I wasn't with the same person like as I was as a teenager, like I was such a different person when we got together. Like I couldn't imagine.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess some people like grow and change together, but I don't know. I'm glad that I'm not with my first ever relationship.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like, I can only speak for myself, obviously, but the reason I was dating was not a healthy reason either when I was young. Like, I was seeking partnership because I like couldn't be alone, like it was not that I was like, oh, I feel really good, like maybe I'll try to get a partner. It was like, if I don't have a boyfriend, I can't function.
Exactly.
So like I feel like if I could have just erased that core belief.
Like, I don't understand how people like that.
Well, because it was because that's what I was taught. Like I actually remember growing up and like, what did I say once? It was something like, I don't know if I'll get into uni or like whatever, something like that. And like one of my aunties, like I'm sure it was a joke, but she was like, don't worry, just get a rich husband, and like
It's like in your program.
it's just kind of like, well, that's not really a very good, plan. I don't know. It's just there's so much importance, I think, as a woman on like having a relationship be your primary target, that like you're like this spinster or whatever if you don't have a boyfriend, when in reality, like it doesn't, life goes on. It's all the same, like whether you have a partner or you don't, you're going to be doing the same things.
Like I wish I focused more on like myself or study or something rather than just like putting your energy into this person that probably doesn't really give a about you at the end of the day. So they cheat on you. Everything's a learning curve, We wouldn't be here where we are if we didn't go through that. So everything's here for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't regret any of it. Because like you said, I think everything needed to happen the way it happened. And like you learn things, everyone's a teacher along the way. But I do think if I could go back now and like only have one lesson at that age, that would be the lesson. Because I'd be like, listen, sis, it's just not that deep until you're actually ready.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. And yeah, we're going to go and probably up some food or something. Thanks so much for listening to us.
Bye.